is, gaming homies? Your boy BlastphamousHD. Everyone has a best friend, man. That one dude who somehow you guys share all the same freaking interests. You guys like all the same video games. That, for me, when I was living in Joshua Village Project, was the homie T. Back then, I was 16 years old and T was 19 years old. We both played Yu-Gi-Oh cards. We would both have to save up money because we were poor as all living shit to catch the bus to the suburbs to where all the rich white kids lived at so that we could beat them out of all their Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Not physical violence. Even though sometimes it did come to that. That's a different BHD Storytime though. But 98% of the time, we would just go play these rich white kids for their Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we would usually beat them since we tend to be a lot smarter than them. So one night in particular, the homie T, he hits me up and he's like, yo Maurice, I got these two fine ass chicks coming to the jacuzzi with me. I want you to be the wing homie and run interference for me. So of course me not really having anything going on that day, and with the promise of an attractive female, I headed over to the pool area where he said they were all going to meet at. Which is kind of weird. You would think as low budget of a project as Joshua Villas is, they wouldn't have a jacuzzi and a freaking pool, but weirdly enough they did. Didn't make very much sense to me. I get to the pool area and I find T, who's sitting inside the jacuzzi with the two females, only to find that both the freaking females are deliciously ugly as all living fuck. I guess I will give it to T a little bit, cause at least they weren't fat. But the bitches was ugly as all living shit, man. One of the chicks looked like Flavor Flav. Just all burnt and crispy looking and shit. Her weave looked dry even when it was submerged in the jacuzzi water. And the female he was talking to, no bullshit, she reminded me of the Geico gecko, man. The bitch looked like a straight up fucking lizard. I don't know what it was about the way her face was constructed, dude. I think it was her braids, man. What is shit with? Of course, me being polite, I introduced myself and getting in the jacuzzi and shit. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, God damn it, T, really? For the life of me, I do not know why I expected any better from this douchebag, but I'm talking to my extremely crispy looking fucking date. And T is kicking it with his lizard bitch. We're all laughing, joking, and having a particularly good time in the jacuzzi. Me, I'm not planning on doing anything with my date because just looking at her face made my penis soft, okay? It was messed up too, because it's always the ugliest females that be complete and agreeable, man. This chick was trying to get into my personal space and shit. I'm trying to play this shit off like I just don't like vagina in general and shit. After a while, my chick kind of calms down and we get into an actual good freaking conversation. Like we're laughing and we're talking about video games and stuff, man. And right as the conversation gets good, I kind of noticed it was a little bit too quiet over from T's side of the jacuzzi. So now with me noticing how awkwardly quiet it is behind me from where T is with his farm animal looking fucking date, I turn around only to see, I should probably leave this part out. They were having sex in the jacuzzi, man. Till this day, I have never gotten out of water as fast as I did when I saw that shit. Man, that shit single-handedly ruined my entire year. You can at least warn a brother. Shit's not cool, man. I'm in the fucking water and you fucking in the water. Can somebody walk past? They just think we both bucket nasty. Up in this bitch like, really? You ain't got my back? Is that what this shit is? Is we not friends no more, motherfucker? This shit was disrespectful. So, needless to say, man, my night was fucking killed, dude. I was fucking done, okay? Fuck my gremlin-looking fucking date bitch, regardless of how good her conversational skills were. I'm getting my Hello Kitty towel, and I'm going fucking home. okay? Fuck this. For some reason, for the next 3 to 4 weeks, I did not hear from T. I didn't see him, which was very, very out of the ordinary for this guy, because there's nothing else to fucking do around here. He ain't got no job, he ain't got no money. We used to kick it super freaking tough. So I was starting to get a bit worried until one day he shows up at my doorstep and he's like, yeah, I'm about to go pick up my girlfriend Shaquita or whatever, and we're gonna go get something to eat. Do you want to come with us? So I'm like, yeah, man, I got you, bro. Shit, I'm down to get something to eat. Now, over the way over to Shaquita's apartment, because she lived in Joshua Villas as well, I'm asking T, like, dog, where the fuck have you been at? He's like, dog, dude, me and that girl in the jacuzzi, we've been dating this whole time. Me, I've always believed that a person's happiness is the only thing that matters, okay? Even though T's date ranks an even 17 on a scale from 1 to 10 on a ugly meter, I believe that if somebody makes you happy, regardless of how they look or act, to me, your happiness is the only thing that matters. He's telling me about how they're dating now, and all they do is have sex, and it's like the best relationship he's ever been in, and all they do is have sex, and he has time for nothing else because all they're doing is having sex. So I'm like, man, dude, that's freaking awesome. Now, we get to Shaquita's house. T knocks on her front door, and the mom comes out, to which case T very respectfully says, hi, I'm here to pick up Shaquita. Is she home? Shaquita's mom, still standing in the doorway, turns around and yells out, Shaquita, your boyfriend's here, and stops halfway through saying what she said and turns around slowly. And after looking T up and down a couple times, she's like, exactly how old are you again? And T very confidently exclaims, I'm 19. And Shaquita's mom, she gets this super confused look on her face. And then she walks back up to the doorway and looks T straight in his face and is like, how old do you think my daughter is? And T very confidently, yet with a slight tinge of confusion in his voice, exclaims, 18? To which case Shaquita's mom rebuttals with, boy, my daughter is 13 years old. Gaming homies, have you ever been in a situation where you knew that you couldn't laugh, but you wanted to so bad, and then add insult to injury, the fact that you can't laugh makes the laugh that much harder to hold in? Man, I wanted to let it out so bad, but I also didn't want to be insensitive to the fact that the homie T just committed statutory fucking rape. That's 10 to 15 years. Oh my God. As I looked at T's face when he heard this news, I legitimately heard glass shatter. And I'm pretty sure that sound was his sanity, because he just didn't say anything for like a clear 5 or 6 minutes. Just stood there in disbelief, man. You could have snapped fingers in front of his face and he's just would not have freaking blinked, man. It's the most hilarious shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. But I know he's a friend of mine, and it's wrong. It's wrong to laugh at your friend, but I'll be damned if that was not the funniest shit I've ever fucking seen in my life, man. I did not see T for like a month and a half after that. But what I did hear of was the fucking horrifyingly loud conversation that he had with Shaquita when he finally saw her punk ass like a couple of days later. Man, he was fucking pissed. Like, T is not a woman beater, but he would have hit her if she were not probably still in the 7th grade. Oh God, that's just not funny. I should not be laughing at that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. It was particularly shameful. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and or subscribe. And until next time, I'm BlastphamousHD. Twisms. Like trying to have sex with stuffed animals, you know, man shit. And then like a super attractive woman gets too close to the both of you. See, your friend, he hasn't had booty in like 3 months. So what he's gonna start to do, he's gonna start